Hello everyone, and welcome back to my Let's Play of an English Haunting. Last time, we met Mr. Oskar Koenig, and were unfortunately cast into the barren wasteland that is Scotland, where we have to search for a missing expedition. So let's go. Our first stop will be the Cromlech, where the expedition was supposed. Also, I'm noticing, Patrick Moore's fingernails are like really dark color. I don't think that's how fingernails should look. Alright, there definitely was an expedition here. Curses! What's that? This is not the Cromlech where the Scarlet Stone is supposed to be buried. You sure about that? Eudemus' writings were precise. Each stone should bear a spiral rune, a protective symbol of the Order of the Eternal Wind. What was the Order of the Eternal Wind? The Scarlet Stone survived the cataclysm that ended its creators. It passed through various hands until it reached a druid sect who called themselves that. They possessed great knowledge of past eras. Many of their rituals came from lost civilizations. When they obtained the Scarlet Stone, they studied it and understood its great power. They agreed to hide it, prevent it from falling into the wrong hands. The trail of the artifact we seek ends there, with the Order of the Eternal Wind. Would others have obtained the Scarlet Stone after the sect? No. Why not? Because it's impossible. How can you be so sure? Because we have done our job. There is no record of it being anywhere else. Don't be impertinent with your questions, and believe me when I tell you that I'm sure of it. Yeah, you do not have the best foundations for your claim here. Alright, I apologize. It seems the professor was here after all. He has excavated the area, there is no doubt about that. But he mustn't have found anything. That is frustrating. Does this mean that the Scarlet Stone is not in Eriswell? It is in Eriswell, verdammt nochmal. Why on earth shouldn't it be? I won't abide your best, Professor. Alright, Oscar, don't get so upset. We have spent years investigating its whereabouts. We couldn't have made any mistakes. Calm down, will you? Do not tell me to calm down. What do we do now? I don't know. Listen to me, Oscar. Try to relax. Your attitude won't help us at all. I apologize for not possessing the famous British phlegm. I just asked you to try to calm down. I'm sorry. Without Professor Bennett, I'm lost. I won't find the artifact without him. And without the artifact, your colleague won't fund our excavation in Peru. Regarding that, I'm sorry I haven't been honest with you, but Professor Wood is missing. What do you mean? There was a minor incident, and he decided to go into hiding. I have no idea where he might be. But he'll come back. I don't know. I think there will be news of him sooner or later, but... Damn it! Why didn't you mention this before we set off? I don't know. I want that artifact as much as you do, and I decided to join you on this quest. But don't worry, I'm a professor at a very important university. I could pull the strings that connect you to patrons willing to fund you, if this venture succeeds. That better be true, Professor Moore. Otherwise, I will consider you a hindrance. Well, Oscar Koenig is also revealing his true colors very much. Could there be another Cromlech in Eriswell? I have faith in Eudemus' writings. It's possible, yes. No. Okay, let's examine the hole. There is nothing here. You mentioned that each pen here should bear a spiral rune carved into it. Yes. Could it be that the elements eroded those runes until they vanished? No. Throughout Europe, remnants of the settlements of the Order of the Eternal Wind can be found. Such stone-carved runes have been discovered in Spain, France, and in my homeland. Several of them much older than this Cromlech. So in response to your query, no, It is impossible for the elements to have completely erased those runes. Okay. I repeat. Okay, all of them give the same response. Let's look into each hole, just in case. I understand the frustration of my colleague upon finding nothing here. Maybe we could dig deeper. Didn't you hear what I said before? This is not the Cromlech we are looking for. Okay. I see something sticking out of the ground. Aha, a jewel. Or a brooch. What have you found? A mirror. Could it be an object out of its time? Look around. It belongs to Professor Bennett. Why would an archaeologist need a mirror? It reflects sunlight to shine directly into the hole being excavated. An additional light source alongside the lamps and lanterns. Okay. Yep, a mirror owned by Professor Bennett. Can we shine light into these holes? No, he just wants to throw them. Okay, then I guess nothing to see here. Let's continue on to the light. Aha, a guy. What the devil? Get out! From the lighthouse. From Erythral. Alright. What can we pillage? A table. There are small piles of stones on the table. Did he carve the runes away from those menhir stones? He is brimming with gravel. We don't need a rope, Mr. Moore. Not that we know of yet. Well, we'll know where to find one if we need it. I don't understand your habit of keeping every object you come across. Alright. Oiled again. A dog. Alright, that's enough. Okay, let's talk to the lookout. Excuse me? What? Why should we leave Eriswell? This place is no for you. Damn it, I shouldn't even be here myself. And why don't you leave this place? These courts are treacherous. They claimed the lives of hundreds of them. That was before they built the line. And someone has to take care of it. Although you won't see me venturing into those moors. No, sir. Eriswell is full of dangers. Did you know? What kind of dangers are in Eriswell? The cliffs. You have to be careful if you don't want to plunge off them. You'd be surprised at the human remains that can be found among the rocks. And the wind. It seems harmless, correct? But this wind is relentless. It would drive even the sanest person mad. And I won't mention those damn mushrooms for hell. But above. Yes? Nah. Forget it, and get out of here as well. Mushrooms? Those purple things sticking out of the ground. You have to be careful not to step on them. And they are everywhere. Can you repeat what dangers are in Eriswell? All of them. The cliffs, the wind, and those damn mushrooms. You should listen to me and leave here. What are you doing with those stones? I crush them to turn them into gravel. And what do you do with it? I spread it along the path to the door of my home. That stranger probably caught their attention. I want to be alert in case they approach while asleep. If they step on the gravel, I'll hear them coming. They? Who are they? Those who play the trumpets. Have you spent? I heard them once. It had been centuries since anyone heard them. What trumpets? The ones of the apocalypse. Oh, they might actually be as those trumpets. Professor Moore, come here. This man is delusional. In Lovecraft's mythos, the blind idiot god Azathoth is surrounded by a court that plays music for him to pacify him and keep him from Doing something. Probably destroying the world. He's not the first lookout to lose his mind in the solitude among natural elements. Okay. Sorry to disturb you. Still hanging around here. Can you tell me about them? I think I've said enough. You don't. You're not aware of the danger you're in. Of the danger you're in. Tell me about the stranger you've seen around here. Could he be an archaeologist? We're looking for him. There was a fellow carrying strange instruments. I suppose he was an archaeologist by the way he was dressed. Did you talk to him? Nay, he didn't come around here, and I didn't go near him either. He used to sleep in one of the caves on the northern cliff. He lit a fire in it at night. That catches the eye. Maybe that's why the trumpet sounded for the first time in years. Where is the cave? To the north. There are cliffs. The cave is on the ledge. Okay? Can we enter the lighthouse? From above, we would have a full view of the terrain. Yeah, now you're authorized to enter the lighthouse. Only I. But we could... I said, only I am authorized to enter the lighthouse. Is that clear? What's the dog's name? Dog? You mean that scrawny rat? It doesn't have any. How do you call it then? With a whistle. Looks like a quiet dog. Too quiet. It's as if it came. It's as if it came out of a taxidermist warehouse. And on top of that, it's a coward. It gets scared of its own reflection in the water. And when that happens, you have to calm it down so it doesn't have a heart attack. Stop, companion. Do we use the mirror to give the dog a heart attack? Thank you for your time. You should listen to me. Get out of the ritual. Alright. Dog, your time has come. Do you want to see yourself in the mirror, Doggy? Why did we do that? What the hell's wrong with you? Do you want to calm down? Why did we do that? Steel rope? But now he's busy trying to calm his dog. It's best if the lookout takes care of him. What? What was the point of this? Okay, sure, whatever. Let's go. Hey, calm down. That's the way I like it. I guess eventually we'll need to distract him for some reason. Any ideas? Let me think. Let me think. No, none at all. Yeah, fat load of good you are. Alright, a cave. Wait here. What, you don't want us to see it? Professor? Professor Bennett. Professor. Damn it. Nothing. He's not here. The lookout said that Professor spent several nights in this cave. Are there any signs of his belongings? Huh? Very dark, and I couldn't see anything. I should go in as well. Go ahead if you wish. But as I mentioned, you won't see anything. But, okay. Here are the purple mushrooms that the... Be cautious with that mushroom. It's an Amanita involutus. If crushed, it will release spores that could render you unconscious for quite a while. I'll be careful. Oh, we are going to use the mushroom to knock out the lighthouse keeper. Probably by putting the mushroom under his rock. Yeah. I hope Professor Bennett didn't have an accident with this leaf. I beg your pardon? No, nothing. Alright. Let's go. Okay, nothing to see. The lighthouse beam is hitting this section of the wall. Well, I could use the mirror to direct the light into the cave. But the lighthouse intervals are so fast that I would barely have time to see anything. Are we going to drag the lighthouse keeper just so we can do that? Alright. Good old Professor Moon. Absolute monster. Let's endanger a lot of lives. Yep. Okay. Okay, let's show the dog the mirror. Yep. Let's put the mushroom on the table. Hallelujah. Try to relax, will you? Accursed mud. What the? Are you alright? Yes. Not really. Just a bit. I think I need to sit down. Okay. Can we rope him? I'm not very proud of what I've done. Although he's just sleeping. I'll borrow the mallet. More? What is your problem in life? Okay, we don't need a rope yet, so let's go up. This must be his wife. Or his daughter. I recognize the echoes of Eriswell in this old photograph. There is a diary on the table. It doesn't reveal more than we already gleaned from the lighthouse keeper. Although there are several notes regarding them. However, it doesn't specify who they are. A spectacular view of the North Sea stretching to the coast of Denmark. It seems this lever controls the direction of the lighthouse beam. Empty. Nothing in the books. Several bottles, kitchen utensils, and a couple of maritime novels by Joseph Conrad. Let's go up before we start tinkering with the control box. Oh, and I see a hatch at the bottom here. There is a trapdoor with a padlock preventing access to the upper floor. Okay. Well, there is clearly a hatch, but I guess Patrick is not noticing. A list of precautions when using the panel. It basically says that you should gently pull the lever without forcing. Well, we want to move lever to the north. Since that's where the cave is. I hope there are no ships coming through here. Alright. Oscar? Yes. Standing against that wall. This one. Yes. Is this okay? What are your intentions? Hold this mirror. Ah, I see what you have in mind. Raise it slightly, and aim it towards the interior of the cave. Aha. Thank you. The lookout was right. There are remnants of a fire here. What else do you see? A bag. Alright, check it. It might contain his diary. That will help us track his movements. Aha. Did you find it? There was only a telescope. Nothing else? Nope, just that. What do we do? Oh, with the telescope we are going to look at the gleam on the field screen. Can I lower the mirror? My arms are starting to get tired. Of course, there's nothing more to see here. How strange. It's as if the earth swallowed him up. Where are you, Professor Bennett? I'm running out of ideas, Professor Moore. But I'm not. Okay, first of all, let's go and reset the lighthouse before we get someone killed. Although maybe switching the lighthouse to the south will have some purpose in the future. Actually, in light of that, let's just immediately switch it. Oh. Okay, it has different positions. Let's set it to automatic for the time being. Let it spin. And... to the path. Ah. What do you see? A camp with a single tent. Could it be Professor Bennett's? Let me see. No, it's not his tent. Though I can affirm it is the typical camp of an archaeologist. Shall we investigate that camp? This is not an archaeological site. At least not for conventional archaeologists. I'm intrigued by others excavating here. Do you think they're also after the Scarlet Stone? We were cautious not to reveal the specific location in our article. We were very careful about that. Let's go speak with those folks. They may have had contact with the professor recently. He might even be there with them. That would be very good news. Ready for a hike, Professor Moore? Let's go. That would take quite a bit of time to get this far. If the terrain is good, it's probably, I don't know, 3 hours? And I don't know how good the road would be in this place. Ah, and it is a mirror identical to Bennett's mirror. Ludus. Excuse me? Parasites who feed off the work of others. They probably followed Professor Bennett's movements and stole the Scarlet Stone. If that's the case, where's the professor? Where are they? They might be getting rid of him right now. I beg your pardon, but aren't you being a bit paranoid? You don't know this profession. These Ludus are ruthless. They may simply be archaeologists, just like you. Look at this box. It has a huge lock. What archaeologist so jealously guards a simple box? I bet Scarlet Stone is inside. Oh, his work tools. We must be alert. These people are dangerous. It's still smoldering. They can't be far. This is the source of the glints I saw from afar. Not going to comment on that. There are a couple of books on Scottish sites. There's also an old lamp that would have been useful to light up the cave. Not going to take it. I only see a sleeping bag. There's just the one. If I were you, I wouldn't trust it. They usually don't work alone. Okay, anything else? I think chain and a lock prevent the box from being opened. I have a feeling about this. The Scarlet Stone isn't there. I don't understand why you believe that. I recall you saying no one knows the artifact's location. You were careful not to give any clues in the article you wrote. Indeed. I do not know how it could have happened, but these looters know. Okay, let's smash it. That's it. Break that lock. Hey! Wait. What are you doing? What does this box contain? Excavation material. He's lying. If that's the case, why keep it under lock and key? So people like you won't steal it from me. Who are you? No. Who are you? My name is John Price. Please excuse my companion. He can be a bit impulsive. Just a bit. My name is Patrick Moore. The gentleman is Oscar Koenig. We are looking for Professor Silas Bennett. Oscar Koenig. You're Professor Bennett's assistant. Do you know him? Do you know where he is? This smells fishy, Mr. Moore. What have you done with him, Price? We... nothing. We collaborated at the stage for the Scarlet Stone. Collaborated? Mr. Moore, don't believe a word this man says. The Professor would not collaborate with a looter. I am not a looter. Please calm down, Mr. Koenig. I met your mentor here, in Ericsson. His search for the artifacts was fruitless. He wasn't digging the right way. I have precise data on where the Scarlet Stone might be, and he agreed to share the discovery with me. That's all. How do you know the Scarlet Stone is in Eriswell? Well, no matter how hard you tried to conceal it in the article, the references were very obvious. The professor admitted that an expert reading that article could have located the place with no problem, as it was in mine. Where is the professor? Your friend believed the artifact was buried in the Cromlech on the coast. That's because he hadn't read Mallier and the crime. The text doesn't mention Ericsson, but rather the hidden Cromlech of the Black Forest. When I finally read your article, I could pinpoint the exact location. That's why I'm here. Is the professor in that Cromlech? He set off yesterday to locate it. I told him to wait, but he wouldn't listen. Come with me. Are we going to forget about the box? See that mountain? On its slope lies what Mallier called the Black Forest. When the Order of the Eternal Wind was persecuted by the Presbyterian Church, they decided to hide it there. They raised all traits to themselves, and the coastal Cromlech doesn't show their characteristic rules. According to the chronicles, they erected a new Cromlech to hide the artifact and dedicate their lives to its protection. The professor and I decided to locate that Cromlech, but the Black Forest is a labyrinth there, and these days there is a lot of fog in there. I told him to wait a few days until it cleared, but he ignored. Did he go there alone? Yes. He hasn't returned since. I fear nothing may have happened to him. And you haven't gone to look for him. That's my intention. But as I mentioned, the fog condensation in that place is high. I'd practically be going blind, just like Professor Bennett is. I think we should go look for him. What do you think, Oscar? Haven't you been listening? Unless the fog clears, your search will be in vain. Why not wait until tomorrow? The fog is slowly disappearing. Perhaps after tonight, the weather will be more suitable to search for the professor. We cannot wait that long. He's been lost there for a day, probably disoriented. Hypothermia. I don't know what else to say to dissuade you from venturing into the forest. Do as you wish. I'll stay here. I may have to rescue you tomorrow as well. Be very careful. Yesterday afternoon, I heard... I don't know how to explain it. You'll think I'm crazy. What did you hear? It happened a few hours after the professor ventured into the forest. I could say it was a sound produced by the elements. You know, the wind. But no, my workplace is nature. There is no sound in it that resembles what I heard. And until you appeared, there was no human in Eriswell, apart from that grumpy lookout. Forget it. Maybe my concern for Professor Bennett played tricks on my mind. Just tell us what you heard, you bastard. I don't think this man is in his right mind. Or maybe it's difficult for him to describe what he heard, without us thinking he's crazy, as you do. Do you trust this man? He hasn't given us any reason not to. He has been cooperative, his account is solid, and he seems concerned about our friend the professor. Don't be so naive, Mr. Moore. Are you sure you don't want to come with us to the Black Forest? It would be reckless of you. And take care, will you? We will do so. I believe Price's account. I highly doubt the artifact is in this box as Oscar thinks. Can we still break into it? No. He will not allow us. Mr. Price? Yes. I apologize again for my companion's behavior. Oh, don't worry. The professor told me about you. Kind words indeed. Although he also highlighted his excessive ambition and vehemence in dealing with certain issues. His youth may justify the behavior, but it's time for him to learn to maintain decorum. Are you talking about me? About the sound you heard. I shouldn't have spoken of it. Maybe I'm wrong. And what I actually heard was the wind. Pay no attention to me. Don't you want to come with us to the Black Forest? The more of us there are, the quicker we'll fight him. Are you thinking of splitting up? It's an option. It's madness. Listen to me, and wait for the fog to clear. When that happens, I'll be happy to accompany you. The lookout spoke of other people, whom he called them. Do you know who he's referring to? I don't understand a word of what that man is saying. I think loneliness has made him, you know. Okay. Maybe this guy is actually like a secret druid and he is trying to keep us away from going into the forest. This guy, not the lookout. Alright. Well, nothing for us to do here. But, well, I was thinking about going to the lighthouse and switching the light to be pointing east, but it's more like it's directly northeast from the lighthouse, so I don't think that will be help. So I think this is where we'll end today's episode, and tomorrow we'll venture into the Black Forest. Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a good day. Goodbye.